good afternoon, or good evening, depending where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to remember and keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show, and today we will be discussing Black couple takes justice into their own hands after being forced to prove ownership of their clothing store. Have taken the justice into their own hands. So the justice. I wonder what they what the justice was. How they jumped to the justice. We'll talk about this and more, but I think this is actually a distraction to make you think that this little bit of whatever they're talking about, I already know it's hot garbage. I already know that it's a whole lot of this right here. It's a whole lot of that going on. How they sprang into action and fought for justice. I'm saying they probably did a whole lot of nothing, if you ask me. And like I said, I think this is a distraction.
Warning. You're about to be distracted. Distractions. Distractories. Distractolozo. Distracted side of the game. Distractapod. Super distraction. Grand distraction. The ultimate distraction.
All right, y'all. This is the Keep It P podcast, where we take news, situations, and everyday occurrences, and we show how one could or could not be keeping it P. And today I am your host, TZ Von Savage, in the place to be Sucker MCs. Self-hug, self-love, that's a beatbox and a b-boy stance. You may have thought that was corny, but what's even more corny is if we let the culture die, y'all. And what's even more corny is your child being stuffed into a locker. Your child plays football. Your black baby plays football, and that baby was stuffed into a locker filled with bananas. And you didn't do nothing. There was no pull-up. Hashtag pull-up season. No. That, my dear friend, that is corny. Let's get into this corny article because I already see it. A black couple takes justice into their own hands. They spring to action with the justice. Let's see what this hot mess is about. Oh boy. Soon as we, why the articles that a lot of articles that we do, and they try to talk about anything black. First sentence all the time is, in August of 2020, as the world cried out for justice for George Floyd's murder at the hands of police. First of all, did you call it murder before he was convicted? Was you calling it murder? See, anybody with eyeballs could have called it murder, but I didn't even need to see a video. I'd have called it murder anyways, because they always killing us anyways. Open up your eyes. The 3 F's. Don't fuss, don't fight, don't flee. But you can fight later. And we need to start pulling up. You know what I'm saying? What's up with the hidden special ops? Shh. That's why we got Patreon. KeepItPraw.com. That's why we got that. In George Floyd's murder at the hands of police. The quiet town of Tiburon. We got to let you know it's usually quiet. It's in California, Tiburon, California. They like to have you think it's so liberal in California. You're just free to be you. Come out to California where you can just view the wacky Hollywood. Hollywood's not the whole state. Hollywood's a very small part. Hollyweird's a very tiny part of the whole state of California. And then you have little places that are just quiet towns like Tiburon, California. And they were mismanaging their own officers' encounters with the public. Yeah, compare what happened in your small, quiet town to the murder of George Floyd. Yes, let's see the comparison. Let's draw contrast. We're all in this together. Married couple Yuma Khalif and Hawi Awash were approached by. You know I ain't got to say nothing about the tether, Belvedere, banana, fana for feather. You lucky I don't had a little tether whoop, and y'all can't see that anyways. We got a show called Tether Talk that's on keepitpraw.com, so you can't see it over here, but I will reference it. And now I'm smelling cheetah pea and rhino jerky all over this, and I know y'all smell it too. Come on now. Take one deep breath. If you saying you don't smell it, you ain't do it deep enough. Go ahead now. Take one deep. That's cheetah pea. Well, that piss is strong right there. And you know you smell the rhino jerky, and you can smell the sweat from the giraffe wrestling that was going on. The officer approached them. It was late one night. They was restocking in their store on Main Street. It's a sports store. Yema, the menswear boutique that bears the same name as one of its owners, was the town's only black-owned business. Let me stop you right there. What did you think would happen when you go in and trying to call yourself being a pioneer? Oh. See, you thought see, there's that tethery feathery coming out. You thought you was all inclusive. You read a magazine and you heard California was the place you gotta be, so you loaded up your cheetah pea and moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Tethery feathers and boas and still, yeah. Right. See, you thought it was sweet. That's what you thought it was. And you thought that you would just click right on in. I like you. No, I like you, mommy and daddy. I'm the same as you. Which was apparently all that was needed to draw attention from racist cops. You think? See, you didn't think none of that was going to see. That's your problem. Officer Isaac, see, you always want to be accepted. Accept me, accept me, accept me. That's what happened to Willie, baby. Officer Isaac Madfist came into the store after closing around 1 a.m. on the night of August 20th. How he come into the store? Y'all had the doors on? You had the doors unlocked? At 1 a.m., you had the doors unlocked. See, you're feeling real comfortable. See, right there. You didn't think anybody would try to run up on the only black-owned store? Oh, see, you not from here, so you never heard of Tulsa. You never heard of Rosewood. See, you've never heard of these places, so you wouldn't know about the tyrannical, the destructive, the demonic things that have taken place. Oh, I get it. Or you just choose to bury your head because you done left all your worn, torn country where you came from. You fleed. You didn't stay and fight. You had choices, see? It goes on to say, Mad Fifths proceeded to ask what they were doing in the shop. It's Madfes. Mad Fifths proceeded to ask what they were doing in the shop so late. I don't know. I don't know. Is that off to see people in a shop 1 a.m. and curious? You left the door unlocked? And since you left the door unlocked, they did a welfare check on the door? Yeah, you all right in here, y'all? so late interrogating the owners as they remained calm. The full incident was captured on Mad Fifth's body cam. Is there a problem? Khalif said. I wish I had the body cam footage. I don't want to argue, the officer said. I just want you to tell me why you're here. See, doing a welfare check. Hey man, I own the joint. This what it is. First of all, let me tell you this. The door would have been locked. FBA would have had the door locked at 1 a.m. I don't care where we at. We locking the door. We wouldn't have had all the shades open and all the front window all open so you could see us all up in there handling our business of the new stock that we're putting on the shelf so that we could be robbed and be marks. We wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have seen us unloaded all the new valuable, precious merchandise that we gonna put up, and as soon as we leave, you gonna come bust the window and come in and rob us. See, you wouldn't have seen all that if this was FBA. We would have stood on our joint. Hey man, this my joint. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have answered the door if they knocked, found. None of that. They wouldn't even have known we was in there. I just want you to tell me why you're here. Khalif asked to speak to a supervising officer. You just went right to that. You didn't say we was here. Oh, that was your justice into your own hands. See, they trying to get you killed. This is what this article's about. Because FBA, they killing. See, now y'all did just get a taste of that in Detroit, in Michigan. Rest in peace. When the brother got blopped in the back of the dome by the officer. See what I'm saying? By the tyrannical race soldier. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? When Sergeant Michael Blasi arrived on the scene, he asked Khalif to stick his key in the lock to prove his ownership of the building. Just as he was about to give in to the sergeant's demand, a white male neighbor interjected by shouting, "That's his store!" from his balcony. The officers left shortly after. See, you needed the you needed the mommy and daddy cosign. There it goes, and everything was good. You felt all right and out of sight. Man, you go ahead and record the situation, hit the door for my mans, and then you get your sue on, baby, without going to get banana boat Ben Banana Boat Crump. The story wasn't over though, as Khalif initially threatened a $2 million lawsuit in federal court for what he and his partner endured. What you endure? What you endure? See, y'all get a little thump on your hand, a little and that's why you leave y'all's countries in masses, and you come over here, and then you try to diss us. You a katas, you a katas. I know a kata, I know a kata. See, you get a little bruised, but we just seen in Africa, y'all just let the white man come in there. He was calling y'all all kind of N-bombs, spitting on you, slapping you, and you did nothing. You're only allowed to do that here because of what we fought and did, FBA. And you have the nerve to slap us in the physics. But I don't do no disparaging over here. That's for the raw. See, I still love my brothers and sisters from over yonder. Y'all just don't love us. So you know what? You're going to have to hold your own fufu on this one, P. I'm going to need you to hold your own oxtails on this. Your own jollof rice. You're going to have to hold your own on this one, P. You're going to have to hold your own. The couple later decided, however, to settle the dispute in a different matter. The point of difference turned out to be a set of reforms that you think that was better than the $2 million? See, that's your problem. See, that's where FBA would have did it way different. $2 million? And then hold on. You had the attorney and all that on deck to go for the $2 million? Huh? Boy, y'all been hanging out with mommy and Zaddy, boy. It goes on to say the point of difference turned out to be a set of reforms achieved With the assistance of the business owners and town officials, this past Tuesday, the reforms were announced by the couple in front of their clothing store. For this to happen was very unfortunate, and it still is unfortunate, Khalif said during a news conference in front of Yema. We hope that the Tiburon agreement is going to be something that other cities, other counties can actually copy. Another legislative piece of documentation that's as worthless as toilet paper. It's a nothing burger. You traded a nothing burger with nothing cheese over the $2 million, P? That's the difference between y'all and FBA. We not all one big Negro. But I digress. I ain't gonna do no disparaging over here. Keep it praw.com. We get busy. We tell the truth. It goes on to say, after this copying, according to the San Francisco Chronicles, the reforms include the expectation for officers to begin carrying business cards with information about how to raise concerns over interactions. Oh my gosh, if they would have had this business card on them, oh, we would have felt way more comfortable. We wouldn't have experienced anti-black racism if they had this card on them. Oh, this card. We want other cities to copy having the business card on them. Oh my gosh, it's going to stop everything. Officers will also undergo bias training every 2 years as opposed to every 5, because every 5 wasn't doing it and every year wouldn't do it. You know why? Because this is the slave patrol we're talking about. We're trying to reform an inherently anti-black policing organization. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to reinvent the wheel using the same wheel. Good luck with that. August 21, 2020 was extremely traumatic, Awash said Tuesday. I'm happy that Tiburon has taken accountability and has made real substantial policy changes. What? You still didn't say, you said a business card. They have to carry a business card and they have to go to training every 2 years. Over $2 million, you think they wouldn't have learned? Which one you think would have learned them more? Difference between FBA. While Sergeant Blase resigned along with the police chief, Michael Korninen, Mad Fifths retained his officer badge in Tiburon. So the person who committed the atrocity is still roaming around to be tyrannical once again. John Wilner, the city's mayor, says that despite the tainting incident, he's happy to see it resolved outside of court. Of course he is, because he saved all kinds of money. He gave y'all some worthless toilet paper, documentations, legislations, nothings, and you fell for it, as always. Because in your attempts to try to be the same yet separate, that's what you are. Separate and not equal. The changes proposed by Yema and Hawa are very positive and will help make the town of Tiburon a leader in the areas of diversity, inclusion, and transparency. How? How? I'm still trying to figure out how. Because you switched they was already getting the training, so now they're going to get the same training, just we're going to give you it a little more often. I think you guys just forget sometimes to not be tyrannical and not to hate black people. I think you guys just forget. So you guys just need a more often reminder to not hate black people. In addition to the reforms, the couple were also awarded $150,000. Huh? So that was a settlement. But you didn't even get 10% of what you started out. That's less than 10%. A portion of which they say will fund a scholarship program already in place. To the no black people that live there? You said you're the only black-owned store. How many black people could really live there? What are you talking about? So now you're going to give a portion of it back to mommy and zaddy. Oh my gosh. Boy. Mm. That's the end. We wanted you to know we gave you some shillings out of court. We're happy you didn't go, you idiots. And then we're going to make you give a portion of that back. And then plus you had to give some of the taxes. So depending on what you gave, you guys might have got 50,000. Maybe. You struck a chord. And you did great, and you guys took justice into your own hands by turning down a $2 million lawsuit. You guys are the wave. No, we would never follow you guys. That's why you guys follow us, and that's why we've paved the way, and that's why we keep paving the way, and that's why you guys leave where you're from when it gets rough. P. When the tough get going, y'all get going. Busters. Like I said, I got love for my peoples. Y'all my peoples. Y'all just don't. We ain't y'all people. That's all. FBA love everybody. And that's our problem. And we going to put a time out for that. We still love you. We just love us first. Like everybody else. That's all. That's all. We still got love. We say it after every show. We say love. We say peace, and we say blessings. And we mean that deep with our heart. But why we can't have it for ourselves first? Just like everyone else. Make sure y'all sign the petition. We actually are out here trying to do stuff to make it better, not with this old funky piece of paper over here that they got legislation for nothing. We trying to get a check. So please sign the petition. We would like to declare anti-black racism a public health crisis. So please sign that. That's to get that reparations. If it's a health crisis, you got to put some money towards it, period. In love, exciting and new. Make sure y'all cop this. If you believe in this, you see that? If you believe in that, then there's no reason why you shouldn't have this cut the check reparations foundational Black American shirt right here. And guess what color? You just think it's green. It is reparations green. And this is the shirt that we should be wearing on St. Patrick's Day next year. That's what we're trying to do, make statements. Come on now. Let's get on track. Love, peace, either this peace or this peace, blessings, and aloha, y'all. Love y'all. Take these commercials. Take that.
Music TV.
Everybody know you get the money from that robbery before you went upstate. I told you motherfucker ain't got your money yet, man. Fuck you, man. You ain't got the money yet.
Fuck you think you is, man? Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something? What you gonna do? I'm supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
I got it. Look, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look, see, I don't play with this shit.
Kyrie with the give and go. I get it cheap for the low. More snow than the Eskimo big birdies. Taking flight, change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like nigga night. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright. Got
He been hula hooping through loopholes, working round shit. You can count lava down, but you can't count them out, baby.
All of your misconceptions.
Life give me lemons, I make lemon rain. I gotta go, gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking business, little shawty, you trippin'.
Hey, Ray Ray.
Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas, and listen.
Crunchy cream leaves, Keith, oil, premium bud. Man, I hustle in the street, but I'm a freak with the love.
Bring that ass over, tryna bring it back, back, back. I'm a big dog, tryna bring it back, back, back. I'ma slide in the way to bring it back, back, back. Let a nigga.
All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it.
Music 2